Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is your friendly neighborhood Skybot, back again to talk about the Gimp sprite sheet generator that I am currently working on. In the back here, I'm going to be loading some sprites into Gimp and sort of showing off what I've managed to accomplish with this script since I last spoke to you guys. Without further ado, here's some of the improvements that I have made. I have managed to make several options, including one that resizes the sheet to fit all the layers once they are arranged. For the resizing, what's actually happening is I'm taking the background layer, shrinking it to like a 32 by 32 pixel square, resizing the canvas, and then making the background the same size as the canvas. Which, if you're unfamiliar with Gimp, essentially fills in the expanded portion with the background color of the color picker. Now, that color might not be the same as the color the background was before the whole process. So I also inserted a little thing in there that copies the color of the background to the background color of the color picker, and then after expanding it, dumps that color into the expanded area. I also put in a couple different options for actually arranging the sheet. The normal option spaces them out by the width and height you put in. The square option uses width for both width and height, and auto uses the actual layers width and height to space them out. That's probably the one you're going to want to use, but I thought I'd leave the other two in just in case there was some fringe use for those. I don't know. And then I put in an option to fill the background with the background color of the color picker, which, I mean, you know, probably not the most elegant solution, but, you know, you can basically just press a button and the thing will color in the background for you. In the actual order of operations, this happens after the resizing process, so it's an easy just bam, another paint bucket dump on this layer. But I believe that is all for the actual improvements that I have made to this. Unfortunately, this is where we get to the sad part. the thing I wanted to work on and show you guys didn't get done, and that's ironically a part that seemed kind of simple to me. I mean, you just take one index, move it somewhere else. But no, Gimp has very few functions for actually dealing with color maps. So you have to essentially copy the whole color map to a new array, and then somehow find the indexes of the colors that you want to swap in there. For Mugen, it should be easier than normal because you only have to find one color value, which is the background layer's color, so you can swap it with the color at index 0. But like the underlying problem is the function returns 2 values, and I ain't that deep into Python yet, so I don't know what the heck that means and how to deal with it. Even like just copying whatever the color map presents itself as to an array, I've had trouble with. And like, you know, mine is a fringe case, right? But I kind of feel like there's a couple functions that are missing here that I don't think are crazy asks. Like, I don't know, just returning the color value at an index. I feel like I might not be the only one who needs that sort of thing. Maybe, but yeah, that's sort of what's happened. Now, I've got this plugin to a point that is satisfactory to myself for what I need it for, which is making Mugen sprite sheets specifically currently. The re-indexing of the background color isn't a huge deal because I know how to do it manually. It's an extra step, but honestly the bulk of the annoyance with the actual sprite sheeting stuff is just arranging the sprites, so I got that down at least. That said, I do not intend to stop working on this, but it is definitely not going to be a priority for the next while. I will update you again on it if I manage to do anything spectacular, but don't hold your breath. So, even though I did not get as far as I wanted to, as promised, there's a link in the description to download the plugin. If y'all need to know how to install a plugin, Gimp literally just has a plugin folder where it's installed. Go just put the plugin in the folder and you're good to go. You can use it, just like how you've been seeing me use it. But I think with that, I have said all I needed to say. If y'all have advice for me about how to put the background color in the index 0 position of the color map, please do let me know. Please do like and subscribe if you want. This honestly is not going to be the core of my content. I am not the most experienced coder. I am much more experienced in video games, which I have played a lot of on my channel. So if you're wondering what I'm about, go check out some of those videos, I guess. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day-night cycle, and sayonara.